Hi, I'm Phil Davies from Secrutiny. We know we can't prevent 100% of cyber attacks, that ransomware is here to stay, it's not easy to avoid, and that the downside is ugly. In more and more cases, we're seeing that as well as attacking your critical systems and data, threat actors are deleting or encrypting every backup. But what if you could relax and roll back? Today, we're going to demonstrate how you can restore, in one click, files that have been maliciously encrypted or deleted to their previous state with next-gen antivirus leader SentinelOne's unique ransomware rollback feature.
As you can see on the screen here, we've got a ransomware machine. So I've got a continuous ping going off to the internet. So we're going to show device isolation. We've also got our ransom note. We've got some encrypted files, and we've got some additional files that have been dropped onto the desktop. So this is your kind of worst case scenario. So something, the policy was just set to detect only. So something has actually fully executed. So when I go into the alert in the console, so it's a single alert. And within that alert, what we can see is that we can see 9 threat indicators. Those 9 threat indicators are automatically aligned to the MITRE attack framework. So as you can see here, we can see the MITRE technique of evasion. We can see some additional details of hiding tracks of execution. And when we click on those, we can go out to the MITRE website, and this will give you procedural examples, and further down on MITRE will also provide you with some mitigation examples to further strengthen your security posture. So if we go back to the particular incident, there are a couple of things we can see in here. We can see the information around the machine. We can also see that the policies were set to detect only, so it was purposely set so that the ransomware would fully execute. Otherwise, the first time we see an indicator, that would have blocked it, or we would have blocked it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the machine from the network. So disconnect from the LAN and the WAN, but we'll leave it connected to the management console. So now as we go back across, what will happen shortly is that you'll see that this continuous ping will start to fail. And then we're able to be confident that any infection is not going to spread laterally. So we can see that's now gone general failure. So it's now disconnected. But from our management console, we can now go in here and say, I want to take a mitigation action. We automatically correlate the threat across all of the endpoints. So we can say apply to all instances of this threat. I'm on the demo console, so I'm going to uncheck that in this instance. I'm going to mark it as resolved and put some notes in here. This is attached to the particular threat so that we can keep a track of, who's looking at it and who's actioning this particular alert. Mark is a true positive. I'm going to choose rollback, which is a full kill, quarantine, remediate any files that were dropped on the desktop, etc. Any persistence mechanisms that were done, such as startup or registry keys that were created, will be use our storyline identifier to fully remediate that. And then lastly, we use our integration with VSS shadow copies to roll back the machine, where we use our storyline identifier, identify the files that were damaged during the attack, and we'll roll those back and put them back into the correct location. So I'm going to apply that. And what we'll see here is very shortly, we'll see that ransom note disappear. We'll also see these additional files that are sitting on the desktop. They will automatically be removed. And then we reach into our VSS shadow copy. And then we put the files back from the shadow copy using the storyline identifier back onto the machine. So this enables you to fully remediate the machine and get it back into a condition where the user can continue using it. So you can see here, all of the files are now back. And so last thing we need to do is go into here and reconnect back to the network. And so when we say reconnect, what we'll see here is shortly the ping will start to respond again. And effectively what we've demonstrated there is if the worst case scenario and somebody has set the policy to detect, we can give you all of the information required to perform the analysis, but you can also recover the machine back to full operational condition to ensure that your users will continue with their daily work. And as you see, the ping response is coming back now.
So there you have it. While it's probably safe to assume that a ransomware is almost inevitable, it is entirely possible to relax and roll back. If you'd like to learn more about how Secrutiny can help your organisation recover when the worst happens, contact us for more information. Thank you.